Ride the purple tiger. You can see his stripes, but you know he's mean. Some light can never be seen. I'm Clifton Wright. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is the Metal Monster by Guyatone, and it is absolutely fierce if you couldn't tell by the purple and black stripes. It looks like a pair of pants that makes a lot of noise in the dryer. Very powerful EQ, really nice sweepable mid-range. It's kind of like a Metal Zone with a tube in it, but I think a lot better and a lot cooler. So let's check it out and then we'll talk about it some more. So as you can tell from the example, it's a pretty wild pedal, it's pretty mean, but it's actually pretty focused also, and you can really dial stuff in very accurately. We'll take a listen to the rhythm tracks first. I had a little bit of low rolled off, and I had these two guitars panned left and right. I had this kind of pre-serial number 90s Edwards that I refretted on the left, and then I also had this old Greco Les Paul Jr. on the right that I've also refretted. And so those are the rhythm tracks. So we'll listen to those isolated real quick. Next, we'll check out some little snippets from the lead guitar tracks. And basically, I started to get the parametric mid involved. It's a very, very powerful sweepable mid, kind of like what you would find on an MT2, like a Metal Zone or something. And Also, I didn't use any drive pedals into this. I only used gain from this pedal, and I never really turned it up past like 2 o'clock really. I think even the highest gain wasn't even 3 o'clock. So this thing has a monstrous amount of gain and sustain on tap. You know, and then I rolled the lows back a little bit, brought the highs back in, and we'll go down the line. So we'll check out sort of the tones I was able to get with this JB, and I think this is a 59 in the neck, using the Edwards Les Paul. And then I did a solo on this Ibanez, this 650. This is a nice Fujijin made 80s Ibanez. And I pulled up a little bit more of the high mid for that one. So I just brought the sweep up a little bit and then boosted that some, just to kind of give it its own voice, something different. And then the last solo was this guy, which is a 78 Greco Strat. It's a copy of a 60s Fender. Really great guitars. I love these old Japanese guitars. If you watch any of my videos, you'll notice that I have kind of a collection of these old things. Then just, you know, for your own curiosity, this is what I use to play bass. It's just a regular old P bass, but it's sort of like a Tele style. I think it's a 60th anniversary, something like that. But yeah, maple neck P bass sounds like rock and roll to me. So let's check out some samples of the lead sounds. It's time to pour out a shot for the homies that like to get on the forums and declare that if you put reverb on a DS1, you won't be able to tell the difference between it and a Mesa Mark II C+. Well, folks, myth busted, okay? That's false. It's a lie. It's a fabrication. We made it up. I'm Jonathan Frakes. I wish. Anyway, so it's important to me to hear how a pedal interacts with effects, all right? They're all going to do it uniquely. Everything has a unique EQ curve, and that's going to cause the reverberation algorithm to respond and track a certain way. Don't fear the effects, embrace them if it's something that's a part of your workflow, okay? So anyway, now that I've said my piece on that, it's a pattern, it's emerged, it's the Rev 5 once again, laying down the shmoo on the tracks. I just used like some sort of real subtle small haul on the rhythm guitars just to give it some space. I used this on everything, really. I used it on the bass. I used it all over the lead guitars. I think this first lead guitar has like early reflection. It's got like a hall verb, I think. Pretty sure I used pitch shift and symphonic, but I print them 100% wet, and then I sort of like, you know, adjust the volume. I don't overwhelm it with the shmoo, at least I try not to. So you can still hear kind of what this pedal's doing. If you can't, then I'm sorry. I apologize in Game Boy Advance for my sonic trespasses against you. But anyway, I would just like to state that this is the effects unit I used. And for all the lead guitars, I pretty much printed like minimum 4 tracks of effects and then just sort of blended them in to taste. And that's the important thing to do. You run these in parallel, and then you don't just overwhelm the sound, and you don't run it straight through the effect and end up, you know, sending your beautiful tone through some vintage analog to digital, digital to analog conversion. So that's the last thing you want to do, is convert your 2-rock amplifier with a Royer on it into 12-bit information. That's not going to do you any favors. So yeah, there it is. There's my rant. That's the video. This is the Guyatone Metal Monster from Tokyo Sound Co. Limited, Japan, Tokyo. And thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for listening to my ramble. I hope it wasn't too much of a rant. But I'll catch you next time. We're going to do a demo of, what do we got here today? I think I found a cool Boss delay recently. We'll do a demo of that next. So tune in for that. See you guys later.